Hello, Sal from ComicPOP here. Now, sure, you've already seen Harley Quinn join up with the Suicide Squad, both in the comics and in the movies, and you're probably already familiar with the fact that she's joining up with the Birds of Prey in the upcoming movie Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. But I'll bet you didn't know about some of these other teams that she's been on in the comics. Turns out, for a sidekick turned solo act, this clown kind of gets around. So let's jump into it. Now, while not technically a team per se, unless you talk to the head of HR over at Arkham Asylum, Dr. Harleen Quinzel was a member of the Arkham Asylum staff. It's hard to believe that actually back in the day, she had run of the place. She had a key card and a 401k and probably a decent health plan. Now, of course, after she had her dalliance with the Joker and became Harley Quinn, she also joined a prestigious group of characters known as the Inmates of Arkham Asylum. I don't know if they're necessarily a team, but they are certainly a gallery of rogues, and that's worthy of distinction. Okay, now bear with me because this story is kinda bonkers, but back in 2001, Tom Peyer wrote a story for Justice League entitled Justice Leagues, in which a Green Lantern villain named Hector Hammond had to reshape reality and the Justice League. But back then they were called the Justice League of America. Now, he couldn't finish his sentence, so he ended up saying Justice League of A, and then it kind of trailed off. And so when reality was reformed, all the characters who would have been members of the Justice League tried to fill in that gap for A, but none of them arrived at the Justice League of America. And Harley Quinn was a founding member of a team in the reformed reality known as the Justice League of Anarchy, which was founded by Plastic Man. Now, this team only really appears for one or two panels, but technically because reality itself was reformed, Harley Quinn was a founding member of an actual Justice League team. Okay, now I promise, this is the last of the reality was reshaped and technically Harley Quinn was a member of this team, but because it was the baseline reality and it was reformed, technically it did happen. In 2007, J.M. DeMatteis wrote a story for Superman entitled Emperor Joker, in which the Joker gets six-dimensional powers from Mr. Mxyzptlk. And in that reality, which is technically the baseline reality that was reformed, so technically it did happen and is in canon, now as part of Joker's personal guard, he forms a team called the Justice League of Anarchy. Totally different team, spelled completely differently, and Harley Quinn is a founding member. Okay, now this one's a little vexing, but according to Mad Hatter, in Secret 6 number 6, he reveals that Harley Quinn came in to replace him, but couldn't really get along with the rest of the team, and as such, left the team. But in that issue, she does appear as a member of the Secret Six, and in another issue of Birds of Prey, which was written by Gail Simone, the same writer of Secret Six. So technically, Harley Quinn was a member of the Secret Six. Now, I've done a bunch of research on this, and I've found a lot of lists that say Harley Quinn was a member of the Secret Six. I can't find more than 2 issues, one of which is Secret Six, that actually showcase Harley Quinn on that team. That being said, in number 6, Mad Hatter does say it's canon and that did actually happen. And I have seen Harley Quinn bumping elbows with members like Catman. It's a little iffy. But if everybody else is saying it, I'm not going to leave it off the list. In 2009, Paul Dini wrote the book Gotham City Sirens, which a lot of people are actually saying the upcoming Birds of Prey movie should be called. But that being said, in that story, Catwoman deals with Poison Ivy, and Poison Ivy was living with Harley Quinn at the time, and the three of them form a team to deal with a supervillain known as the Bone Blaster. And in that story, that team is formed, and Harley Quinn is a founding member of the Gotham City Sirens. In the 4th issue of the Harley Quinn series by Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti, Harley Quinn forms a very different kind of team, a roller derby team called the Brooklyn Bruisers. This included the likes of Bowling Bell, Sky Scrapper, Tanya Tank, and Summer. If you don't follow roller derby at all, when you're on a team, you have a fun nickname. It's part of the culture. Now, in the debut of the Harley Quinn Rebirth series, Harley winds up recruiting about 12 people out of about 80 applicants for what she calls the Gang of Harleys. And oddly enough, the gang itself gets its own series, Harley Quinn and the Gang of Harleys, from Frank Thierry. Now, if you're asking yourself, didn't they already do a Gang of Harleys? Don't be confused, because back in 2000, Carl Kessel created a team called the Quintets, which was a team of henchmen that were directly for Harley Quinn. Now, this one's bonkers as well, but it does all take place in continuity. In Harley's Little Black Book number 2, from Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti, 2 morons get their hands on a Green Lantern ring, a Red Lantern ring, and a Black Lantern ring. They accidentally wind up fusing the Red and Black Lantern rings together, and then promptly sold the Green Lantern ring over on eBay, which Harley was in a bidding war at the time to try and achieve. She loses, but then she winds up working out a deal with those sellers to get a lesser ring. She gets possession of the Red-Black fusion ring, and then wreaks havoc on an unsuspecting city. She also ends up actually wielding the Green Lantern ring when Hal Jordan steps in to try and stop her, and so technically Harley Quinn was a member of the Green Lantern Corps as well. In that issue alone, she ends up becoming a half Red Lantern, half Black Lantern, and full Green Lantern, all for the price of one. Now, speaking of lanterns, in Sinestro number 16 from Cullen Bunn, Harley Quinn is chosen among a gaggle of super characters to become a member of the Sinestro Corps. So technically, member of the Sinestro Corps as well. Okay, now this one isn't so much a team as it is a twosome, but I still think it counts, because in Harley Quinn number 12, from Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti, Harley Quinn teams up with Power Girl, and in between the panels, they wind up spinning off into another reality, but they still are from their prime reality, so it does count, where they go on their own side adventure, which is in a series called Harley Quinn Power Girl. And then they drop back exactly where they started in the 4th panel of the 20th page of the 12th issue of Harley Quinn. Now this one's a lot more straightforward. In Justice League vs. Suicide Squad number 5, Batman formally inducts Harley Quinn, along with other key members of the Suicide Squad, into the Justice League. They have to help Batman fight Eclipso and other possessed members of the former Justice League. In 2018, Harley Quinn is embroiled in some more cosmic shenanigans in which she is roped up in a scheme with Brainiac and the rest of the Justice League and other key members of the DC Universe to help fight the Omega Titans. Now, each of the Omega Titans will be assigned a team to deal with it, including Entropy, Wisdom, Wonder, and Mystery. Harley Quinn was personally selected to join Team Wisdom. And just for fun, I'm going to throw one more alternate reality in for you. In Injustice Gods Among Us, Harley Quinn is on 2 different teams, both of them dedicated to fighting the Superman Regency. Those being the Joker Underground and the Batman Insurgency team. So it turns out Harley Quinn is a team player after all. Now, how far will this go? She's already been a member of the friggin' Justice League, so there's really no place else to go, really. I mean, she could always go back in time and join the JSA, or she could go to the future and become a member of the Legion of Superheroes. There's really no limit. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you guys here on Comic Pop. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel if you do feel compelled to do so. It does help us out, and we'll see you guys next time. I'm Sal. Thanks for watching.